All right, welcome everybody. This is Anojo, and I'm your host for your favorite show, Ask Dr. Sunday. So I want to use this avenue and this medium to welcome everyone there. Welcome. We're going to have another wonderful time, a wonderful session, an illuminating time with Dr. Sunday today. So as you join us this beautiful afternoon here in Kyiv, Ukraine, I'd like to encourage you to please go ahead and share this link to your friend, share it on your timeline. There are several ways you could do this actually. The first way and the easiest way is just to share. There is a share icon right there. As you watch, you could just share it on your timeline. And also you could use the art symbol. By using the art symbol, you could invite your friends directly on the show. So they're going to get a notification immediately by you using the art symbol and adding their name to it. And also you could share this link on groups you belong to, because this is that opportunity where everyone from wherever you are, whatever part of the world you live in, you could send in your questions to Dr. Sunday, and you can be very sure, you can be guaranteed that he's going to answer all of your questions. So welcome once again, welcome to Ask Pastor Sunday's show. This is an opportunity and an avenue for you to ask all of your questions. So for those who are joining us maybe for the first time, or if you are a constant viewer or a member of the DSA family, I would like to tell you how you can ask your questions. Very simple. The easiest way you could ask your question is by typing your question on the comment box right now on Facebook. Now this applies only to our Facebook viewers. Now if you're on Facebook, you could send in your questions right now. And how would you do that? Please type letter Q before asking your question. This will help us and the team to be able to sift your question from other comments. So type letter Q and ask your questions right now on the comment section. And if you're watching on YouTube, you could send in your question to sundayadelajablog.com/ask, sundayadelajablog.com/ask. And when you send this there, you would see an interface there actually that you can send in your questions. And from there, we would retrieve all of your questions, and I would be your mouthpiece. And I'll be here to ask Dr. Sunday every question that you have. So once again, welcome to Ask Pastor Sunday show. I want everyone right now to please go ahead and invite everybody you can invite. We're going to be getting answers from Dr. Sunday, and you also can send in your questions to him. So I think the time is set for me to introduce Dr. Sunday to you. So here we have him. Hello.
Hello, everybody. How are you, doctor?
Well, I'm doing excellent today.
This your vest makes you to look like a doctor for sure.
Thank you so much.
I think you probably plan to, I don't know if you are going to practice, so let's leave that alone. I'm here to your service.
Amazing. And this happens to be our first episode with the new studio. And I also want to use the opportunity to apologize to our viewers. We came in
extremely late.
Yeah, we came in extremely late, and it's due to trying to fix the technicalities of this studio just to serve you the best. You know, something about Dr. Sunday that many of you, I believe, already know about, and if you're working with him, there is no how you wouldn't notice this, that excellence is our virtue system here. It's a value system here. We try to do everything excellently and to just be the best, yeah, because Dr. Sunday would always say...
Always improving.
Yeah, always improving, always getting better. Yeah, he would always say that he lives by this principle, that whatsoever he does, whatsoever he does it in such a way that there is absolutely nobody who has done it in that manner. And I mean, before, and even right now, there is nobody that would do it like he is doing it. And even after him, there will be nobody that can beat him at it. So that is like excellence at its peak. And that's what we're trying to also to display with our show. So we'll move from just showing through iPad to creating a whole studio. And I'm sure you guys like it. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and invite your friends. We're going to dive into the question session right now. And don't forget, you can ask your questions right now as you're watching. Send in your questions, and we're going to get them, and we'll get them answered. So, Dr. Sunday, are you ready?
Well, you know, that your question is rhetorical.
Okay.
And I think nobody knows that better than you. That it is a rhetorical question.
All right. So
because I'm always
you're always ready, yeah. So let's dive into the question. Hello, Dr. Sunday. I am from East Africa, and half of my life I have been living in Europe. I see many Africans struggle to settle or focus life here in Europe because of lack of acceptance. At the same time, they don't feel home in Africa either. Now, so my question is, how should a person see his or her life in order to fulfill their purpose in life?
Okay. So how do you understand this question?
Yeah, so I would say this person is asking a question related to identity and being able to get a good perspective, a good view of yourself so as to channel it into the fulfillment of your purpose. Why? Because the person is saying that he is aware of he or she is aware of some Africans who struggle to settle in Europe and to also focus on their lives, maybe due to wanting to survive or maybe due to the challenges that they experience being foreigners in a different country. But then she's saying if they're in Nigeria also, they don't feel.
I don't see Nigeria.
No, maybe not Nigeria. Also. Africa. Let me just take. Yeah. So in Africa, let's just take Africa. Yeah. So if they are in Africa,
I'm just talking about what I saw there, not what we are taking.
What? All right. Because I'm a Nigerian, so I just take Africa and then I narrow it down to Nigeria. So, well, yeah, she said Africa. Africa,
well,
like
even more concrete. I thought she said she's from East Africa.
From East Africa. So definitely not Nigeria. Definitely not Nigeria. Definitely. All right. So she's saying such people they don't feel at home in Africa themselves. So how should a person see his or herself in order to fulfill their purpose in life?
Well, the question of this person is a little bit contradictory. And a little bit, it lacks purpose. It lacks
precision,
direction. It lacks vision. Now, this question we are seeing here, what it presents is the issue at hand. The problem at hand is what it presents. But together with the problem at hand and with the issue at hand, the person himself is supposed to produce and provide clarity, which the person is not providing. But I don't know why we both assume that it's a lady.
No, I say he or she at some point.
Okay, it could be a man.
Yeah, he or she. Yeah.
So that women will not accuse us of being. So there are two things that make me to say, maybe three things that make me to say that this question lacks direction and clarity.
Okay.
As clear as the issue itself is, and as clearly as he had made it to come across, because this is expressed well, but it still lacks clarity. I see contradiction in this question. I see that doctor and not started to say, what is it that I am not saying?
Well, I'm paying attention right now.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. That it's like you just decided to go and seek for the thing that pastor is saying.
Yeah, you're seeing contradiction.
And you are not saying it.
So I'm trying to see the contradictions. Yeah.
This particular question lacks clarity and is contradictory to itself. So where is that? First of all, the issue is trying to raise is the fact that, yes, when you are living in Europe for such a long time, you don't totally belong because you are not born here. And even if you are born here in Europe, you still don't totally belong because you are different, being an African, because of your skin color. So you are easily noticeable, and it's clearly a different race and a different person. So that is the first challenge. The second challenge is that even to go back to Africa now, especially when you have lived half of your life in Europe, you will also not feel belonged in Africa. It's like I have two nieces in England. My niece, two of them were born of African, Nigerian, Adelaja father, but English mother. So they feel like that. Even when they were in Nigeria, they used to call them Oyibo, but when they go to England, they call them black. And then their accent, even though their mother is English, her accent is English, but because they grew up in Nigeria, and every other person teaching them in Nigeria was using, and around them was using Nigerian accent. So it's more Nigerian accent. So they have to now come to change that back to, when they get to England. So I think they know, they are familiar. So that part of the question is very clear. The contradiction, however, is that this person now goes ahead to end the question by saying, how should a person see his or her life in order to fulfill their purpose in life? That particular subject matter, the question that is, underlined towards the end, it is what in Russian language we call it zaimo isključaemo. It's mutually exclusive. It's mutually exclusive. Can you say, or is it mutually exclusive? We say, is it the word mutually?
Yeah, mutually exclusive mean
one cancels the other.
Yeah.
Yes, but you don't see how this is mutually exclusive.
Yeah, I mean, there are two stuff I can see here. The question of, or the question that has to do with seeing themselves and fulfilling their purpose. More like, how does your perspective of yourself connect with the fulfillment of your purpose? Those are the two subject matters here that I can see. So how the person sees himself and in order to fulfill purpose.
Well, your answer has just proven to me that to have eyes doesn't mean to see.
All right, so maybe I'm not seeing well. But the question is, how should a person see his or her life in order to fulfill their purpose in life? Okay. So maybe I'm not seeing something then.
Well, I'm challenging the people who are watching us as well. Maybe they could help.
See his or her life. Maybe that's where the contradiction comes in. Seeing his or her life to fulfill their purpose in life.
Well, you are excluding totally the general question then.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I narrowed down to just the question, not to the.
No, you have to consider the whole thing.
Okay.
I'm making your mind to go to work.
Yeah, like that's what you get to do when you're with your doctor. Yeah, you get to work with your mind.
It's much more challenging than doing medicine.
Well, that's it.
Many people have told me that.
Yeah, that's it.
Just working with Pastor Sunday people told me that it's more challenging than the university, doing
Definitely.
medicine.
Well, yeah, I've learned more from you than I learned in medical school.
Yeah,
I mean,
many people say that. Yeah.
that's it. Okay. So
Maybe I should help you out.
yeah. Maybe you help me, build me
But
up.
your own problem is that you like challenges.
Yeah, I definitely. Yeah. I mean, I learned that already from you.
You want to try to tackle it by yourself.
Yes, and if I fail, I mean, let me know
At least you have tried.
that I tried. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to see because, yeah.
Let's see the question again.
Yeah, let's see
Maybe
the question
people-
again. So, I'm from East Africa, and half of my life I have been living in Europe. I see many Africans struggle to settle or focus in their life here in Europe because of lack of acceptance. At the same time, they don't feel at home. They don't feel home in Africa either. So my question is, how should a person see his or her life in order to fulfill their purpose in life?
In this question, I see mathematics and logic.
Yeah, I'm going to learn so much today. I feel like I'm going to learn so much. Yeah.
You have logic here and you have mathematics. Now, not in the questions the person is asking, but in the approach. To approach it well and to get it right, you need mathematics and logic. There are some questions where you need physics or chemistry or geography or politics or theology.
Let me just sit down and learn. This is that
That's
time.
why I mean the wisest decision of the hour.
Let me, of course, you're bringing in mathematics, logic. I think.
And you are not saying it.
Yeah, I think I have to just sit down and learn right now. Yeah.
I think by the time I begin to answer the question, I'm going to then ask you, where is the mathematics?
Okay.
And then where is
Where's
the
the
logic?
logic?
And I think you'll be able to answer
Alright.
that one.
All right. I'm ready. I'm up for it. Let's dive. Let's learn.
And it's interesting to see. Do you have anything with the people who are saying the comments?
Yeah, I'd like to see actually.
You want to see the comments, what people are writing?
Yeah, if they're also on the hot seat like me.
No. They are not on the hot seat like you. You are the only one that is suffering the hot seat.
It's already the hot seat, right?
But they are, I'm sure they're in the same dilemma with you. Not necessarily hot seat.
Okay.
But the same dilemma.
Yeah, I can see just the comment here right now. This is Adeoshun Okoyemi. He's saying, I'm trying to see what DSA is seeing.
He's also struggling like you. You mean he's also struggling?
Yeah, he's also trying to see what you're saying. Well, these are the comments I can see for now.
But you cannot see anything yet.
No.
Okay,
So,
let me try to help you. Maybe we'll see
more
comments.
Yeah. I think this is good.
So at least you are not alone.
I mean, I have a lot of colleagues here who are trying to figure out where the mathematics logic. I mean, you started with contradiction.
Yes.
But then, because
the contradiction, you can only resolve contradiction through the help of mathematics or physics or chemistry or mathematics or logic.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what we're having here. Yeah. So I'm now saying this particular contradiction could be resolved through the help of mathematics and logic.
Wow. Fantastic. Yeah, because this has to do with being able to also process information.
Yeah, now you are coming closer.
Yeah.
You are coming closer.
Yeah.
You are coming closer.
Yeah. I'm seeing some people sending some of their replies.
They are replying. People are already responding.
Yeah. So this is Regina typing. Regina is saying,
yes.
Yeah, she's actually here. Looking at the question, the person is trying to, or is struggling to adapt. Okay, I'm seeing a person that's struggling to adapt.
Okay,
I don't get credit. Is the person that asked the question. Okay, I think maybe I'll try to, Regina, try to write it again in a way that is explanatory because it's quite confusing. David Odibo is saying, this person is struggling with acceptance in Europe and also how to work with the level of acceptance they have to fulfill their purpose in the sphere of influence they exist in.
I think I'm going to suggest to everybody to go ahead and share this, because this is going to be a very
it's going to be a very
discussion.
interesting one. Yeah, let me keep this right now.
This is going to be interesting,
Yeah.
very interesting discussion.
Because DSA right now is bringing out mathematics, logic, physics, chemistry out of this. Pastor, please just have access with it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. All right.
And is it there?
Yeah, it's open. Okay.
No, you have to put it vertically so that you'll be able to read it properly. Vertical.
Vertical. Okay.
Yeah, like that.
All right, guys. So please go ahead and invite your friends. I mean, this is getting interesting.
And share.
share, please. Share. We're in for an explosive time. I myself am ready to really learn, because I had this question before this show. I went through it.
But I didn't have it though.
Yeah, but you bypassed. Yeah, but Sunday did not have this.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see this question.
I'm seeing it for the first
For the first time, yeah.
But you have seen it before.
Yeah, I've
read
seen it.
before,
Yeah, I've read it before.
And you are still not seeing what DSA is
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I mean,
saying. Like I said, you have proved to me that to have eyes.
yeah, does not mean you can see. And I'm so happy I'm the lab rat today. I mean, to learn. Okay, let me read some comments here. This is Bemi David Lawar. She's saying, I think for me, what helped me to settle is to make anywhere I am home. The world is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. So anywhere I find myself, I make it home. I learn their culture and language. Okay, she's giving an answer to it. So what we're trying to do is that we're trying to figure out if you guys can see the contradiction in this question, if you can also see the logic, the mathematics, in this question. That's what we're trying to figure out, and we're trying to see your comment. Okay, so Olani Ayeni is saying she's asking two different questions. Number one, how to settle in a strange land. Number two, how to discover your purpose.
Okay.
All right. So
who is that?
Olani Ayeni.
Ayeni.
Yeah.
Okay, not bad. Smart. Okay.
Yeah. So David Odibo is saying this person is struggling with acceptance in Europe, and also how to work with the level of acceptance they have to fulfill their purpose in the sphere of influence they exist in. Did you get it?
Yeah, also close, but go ahead.
Not quite. All right, guys, I think that's what I have for now. So those are the two people that are bold enough and courageous to attempt. Yeah.
All others are just witnessing.
Yeah. Come on, join the conversation, friends. Join the conversation. Join the journey. Yeah, this is the question that we're trying to analyze. Please, can you show them the question so that they would see it?
You want them to see the hard question again?
Yeah, let them see the question again. That we are trying to analyze. Yeah. Here is the question. And
tell them Dr. Sunday's position on that.
Exactly. So, on reading this...
Or you want to read the question?
Yeah, maybe I'll read it again, then I'll explain to them. So the question is, hello, Dr. Sunday. I am from East Africa, and half of my life I have been living in Europe. I see many Africans struggle to settle or focus in their life here in Europe because of lack of acceptance. At the same time, they don't feel home in Africa either. So my question is, how should a person see his or her life in order to fulfill their purpose in life? This is the question that we are trying to, we're analyzing right now. And Dr. Sunday, on listening to this question, he said he can see a contradiction in the question first. And beyond the contradiction, he's seen mathematics, he's seen logic
as the way
to resolve this,
to answer
this question.
Yeah.
So we are trying to now figure out from you, our esteemed viewers, if you are not like me that has eyes but cannot see. Yeah, because I'm trying to also, see what he's saying, but I've not been able to figure that out. So we're trying to see if you can also see what DSA is saying and drop your comment. Let's hear from you. So that's what we're trying to do.
So maybe I should then go ahead and
maybe
provide
you can
the answer.
provide. Yeah, maybe you can.
Okay, what I said is that this question is contradictory, but not necessarily contradictory, but mutually exclusive, right? Is
Yeah,
that what we said?
mutually exclusive.
Mutually exclusive. Now, and if it is mutually exclusive, it means there is contradiction there. So if there is contradiction there or mutual exclusiveness, how do we find it? So I say in this case, we'll need to apply mathematics and logic. So where is it? How do we approach it? Yeah. This person is saying that I am from East Africa and half of my life I have lived in Europe or I've been living in Europe. I see many Africans struggle to settle or focus in their life on their life in Europe. Yeah. Because of lack of acceptance. So the first challenge is that there are Africans in Europe. Yeah. So they cannot be fulfilled. They cannot focus on fulfilling their calling or their life in Europe because of they are not accepted. Okay. Then the second point is that at the same time, they don't feel at home in Africa either, which is another point. So my question now is, and I said that in this question, that's where the contradiction and mutual exclusiveness comes in. So my question is, how should a person see his or her life in order to fulfill their purpose in life? The contradiction is that if the question this person is about to ask or is trying to ask is that of how can a person fulfill his purpose in life? So if the question that we are raising is the question of fulfilling your purpose in life and on earth, then if the question is about fulfilling your purpose on earth, so why should you be bothered? Why should you be bothered? Why should you be bothered about being accepted or not being accepted? That's option. If the question is, if you are really serious, this person, that's why I say either he lacks clarity or he lacks vision, even in this question. Because on one hand, he's raising the issue and the problem, which is real. I'm not accepted. We are not accepted in Europe. We know that, which is a big problem. And in Africa, we cannot feel at home. It's also true. That should only bother you if you are more concerned about survival and making a living. But I will understand that and I would have answered. But at the same time, this person is coming up not with a survival question. On one hand, she's raising up, or he's raising a question of survival, which is acceptance. But then he's contouring that question of survival with the question of purpose. But people who live for purpose, they are not so concerned about if anybody accepts them or not, because they are focused on their goals and purpose in life. And once you are focused on your purpose and goals in life, you care less what anybody thinks. It's like, the thing that they open for you now.
Yeah.
You started getting it.
Yeah.
So if you are really sincere and you don't lack vision and goal and clarity, she lacks clarity in what she wants. Do you want to live for survival and acceptance, or you want to live for purpose and vision? So when I say she lacks clarity and vision,
now I get it.
So the fact that I was saying those things doesn't mean that it was clear.
No.
Now you can understand why my things I say.
Makes people
Sometimes
I get
they
it.
understand the difference.
I get it. 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 Because she started on the foot of acceptance, which is related to survival.
Yes.
Now, a lack of clarity is very evident in the question she's asking, and that's exactly what you're saying, right? That if she continued on the path of acceptance, of wanting to be accepted, then she would have asked the question of how to be accepted, or how to deal with acceptance.
You getting it?
Yeah, but then
she'll be asking the question of how to survive.
How to survive. But then this person goes to the question of purpose.
Aha.
Yeah.
But people of purpose don't bother themselves about survival.
And survival. Very true. So that is where the contradiction comes in. Yes, I see it now.
And you see the mutually exclusiveness of the...
Yeah, because survival is on one hand, purpose is on another hand. You can live your purpose. If you're living for purpose, you don't care about survival. If you're living for survival, then you have nothing to do with purpose. You're just. Can
you now see where the lack of clarity and vision of the person himself?
Asking the question comes in.
So you can now see why I can do a psychological portrait of this person.
Exactly.
And tell you that he's not a settled person. And tell you that he's a shaky person still. Who doesn't know and is undecisive yet. Just a confused man.
Yeah, either to live for survival or to live for purpose.
She doesn't even know the difference.
Yeah.
Even in this question, she's not seeing the difference. Or he is not seeing the difference.
Yeah. Very true.
He's thinking he's asking one question. But that tells you about the state of the mind.
How the person is processing it.
No, how the person is living.
Okay. Well, that's so true. because that means the person is in a struggle, or the person is living for survival.
She doesn't have clarity. He doesn't have clarity in life.
And does not have a clarity as to...
He knows about survival because he feels it every day.
Yes.
But he also knows about vision.
Purpose.
About vision. But he doesn't know how to live those lives.
True.
And where to place what.
Wow.
And doesn't even see the difference between the two. So why did I say it takes logic to understand the contradiction?
Yeah.
And takes mathematics
to solve
to resolve it.
I mean, I'm in a very good position to
answer those questions.
Yeah, to grab the mathematics and the logic with it. So I'm listening.
You are listening? I thought you wanted to answer.
No, I'm listening.
You can't tell me where the logic is.
Yeah, I can get the logic. And the logic here that I can see has to do with the person's perspective and person's view of life. Because this question is a question of life. And the person's logic is...
Or lack of logic. You need logic to understand.
Yeah, I need logic. But the person's lack of logic is that I need acceptance.
Have you done my thinking series?
Yes, I've gone through it, yeah.
Gone through it?
Yeah, I mean, I've listened to it and I've processed it, yeah.
So that would have helped you a lot here.
With the principles, right?
Yeah.
Well, one will have to now know which one to use. Because there are a lot of them.
Okay. I think the problem you are having is that for you, the thinking series is still a material you need to remember and process.
And it has not been embodied.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
but for me,
you already have
automatic.
All of them.
It's automatic. I don't even need to think about what.
Exactly. Everything is based on
everything is working together.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm trying to also, from what you have said and with the question, I'm trying to look at where to take the inference, where to take all of those things that you talked about in thinking.
But let's just start with the logic and mathematics.
With the logic and mathematics.
But if those things have been part of your body, of your flesh,
it would be easy
for you. You would have just, like me automatically, you always ask me, do you know the...
Yeah, because I mean, that's one of the things that I've always told you, that I'm more concerned about with your messages is being able to embody them and being able to make them flesh in you, such that you're not just acquiring the knowledge. Because I personally noticed that with your material, if someone is just about the knowledge, you'll be a very, very eloquent speaker.
Smart.
You'll be smart. I mean, when you speak, people are like, who is this person? I mean, how old are you that you're coming out with this knowledge? And I've had a lot of that. But then I know better that does not make me better, really, because until I'm able to inculcate them in my life, then and this for me is like a test.
How far?
Of how far I've been able
Somebody was saying it. Who was the person saying it? That to listen to Pastor Sunday and know his message. It was Chris Al.
Yeah.
That to know Pastor Sunday's message and to know Pastor Sunday and to even know what he's talking about doesn't mean to be Pastor Sunday.
No.
That you might know the message, but you are still not Pastor Sunday.
At all.
Because Pastor Sunday is lived it. It's become flesh in him.
Yeah.
But you just know it in your head.
You just know it in your head. And that's the struggle I'm actually having. Yeah, and I think it's a good struggle too.
Because you have done the first step.
Yeah.
The greater struggle is that you don't even know what Pastor Sunday is talking about. For most people.
Most people. And that's where their own tragedy actually lies. Yeah, because I
think somebody also called the other day and said that you need to be intelligent.
You have to be very intellectual. Yeah, Charles Awuzie mentioned.
Yeah. That you have
to be highly intellectual for you to understand. Yeah, yes. Because for real, you have to operate in a level of intelligence, and not to deviate from this question, just so our viewers will understand that life with Dr. Sunday is different. I mean, it's just different, really, because you just...
And when you begin to deliberate like this, some people say it is the best part of our discussion.
Our discussion.
Yeah. When you open their eyes into what is going on here.
To make it real.
To make it real to them, what it means to be around him.
Yeah.
They are just hearing me.
Yeah.
But you always comment and expatiate, and you bring them in.
Yeah, into our world. Yeah, because it's a different world. I'm doing my specialization in the field of psychiatry. And I'm telling people the truth. I can't wait for Monday to Friday to end so I can come here. Because it's as though I'm just existing there in that world of psychiatry. But then when I come here, I'm like,
life.
Yeah, like there's life. I mean, for most time my professor cannot understand why we get excited to just leave. Like we're already taking the time that what is the time for us to leave this place? We want to go.
Even though you still wash at home, because people have been thinking you don't wash me at home.
I read your books. I still even go back to your messages. I mean, I go back.
It's not comparable to being here live.
It's not comparable to being here live because it's like hands-on. When there's hands-on training, where you're there, really, like. You need to be here to see what is going on in my head right now, just being on this show. So I'm not just here to just talk.
And they are saying this only because it's a live program.
It's a live program.
What about the one
but this will happen exactly.
Every minute.
Every minute.
That we are not showing.
Yes, every minute that we're not showing. Because when you're working with Dr. Sunday or you're around him, you just have to come alive. The how to be in the here and now thing. Many people don't even understand
the book, how to be in the here and now.
How to be in the here and now. Just that concept. Just being able to conceptualize it. I learned that from you and from being with you. Because I also even failed today. Why? Because I was doing the here and now. The person was mentioning Africa, but I was...
East Africa.
Yeah, East Africa, even more precisely. But in my head...
You are hearing Nigeria.
I've interpreted it as Nigeria, and I was saying, Nigeria, but you had to just wake me up to come back here.
To be in the here and now.
Be here. I know you're here, but you're not here really, because for you to be mentioning Nigeria, and this person is saying East Africa, it means you are lost somewhere.
You are working with your sight, not with your mind,
with your
your consciousness.
Yeah. And so, I mean, that live, you just have to be here to really understand it. That's what I'm saying. Life with you, world with you is different. You can't get it in the best of schools. I'm talking about I've gone through medical school. I'm a graduate.
You are doing postgraduate.
I'm doing my postgraduate course right now. So you should know that I'm not an illiterate, and for me to finish medical school,
I'm not silly.
Yeah, I'm not silly. I'm not stupid. But when you come here, your brain is actually, because your brain is at work. Back to this question, logic and mathematics in the question. Who
thinks like that?
Who thinks like that? Who thinks like that?
That's why I always call people to do mentorship.
Yeah.
I beg them, please register for the mentorship. Please register for the mentorship. And some people are listening, some people are not listening, but they don't even know what is waiting for them there. But people who are already on the mentorship,
the experience.
Yeah, some of them are even saying, this is more tasking to them than being in the university.
True. Yeah. No, because I can understand, because working with you, it's just different, really. I just wish people can, if you have the means, fly in, come, yeah. But if you don't,
not even for an event.
Yeah, not for an event. It's better when you come when it's not an event. Yeah, this is just an advice to those people who are listening. It's better you come around when there is no training, where there is no event. You just come.
Although it's good to come for training.
Definitely. But and that's why it's better for you, if you're coming for the training, it's better you come earlier. For example, we have HMT.
Yeah. Or
stay behind after.
Okay.
So that you don't, the whole atmosphere of the training might put you in a position where you are so tense and trying to absorb a lot of information. But there's so much you can learn. There's so much you can learn by just sitting down and observing how things are done, paying attention to details. All of this, you just get by being in this environment. So guys, welcome to our world. This is a whole new world, really. This is a world that everybody needs to actually come, because this is what life really entails. And that's what I always say, that one thing that I am grateful to God for meeting Pastor Sunday is that he has helped me to really understand life. Now I process things, I look at life, I live life differently. I see how people live right now, and I'm like, no, this is not what life should be like.
I don't know if you were there when somebody called, a certain Ben, is my friend Ben from England. When he started the mentorship program, he came to the conclusion, he said, I came to the conclusion that this the DSA that we are watching every day. This DSA, thank God I registered for the mentorship. Because I may register for the mentorship, I can now see that he's not living the same life. He's not living the same life like all of us are living.
Yeah.
He's living a different life.
True.
He's living a life that is totally different from what we know.
Yeah.
And that is because he went through one of the courses on mentorship, on the essence and value of life. He said, this man, there is a life this guy knows and is living that is not familiar, that we are not familiar with.
True.
And he started questioning, and so that is exactly what you are.
I tell you, that's exactly, he knows, and he knows by virtue of the information and of the book. He's even learned from being here. You understand? He knows exactly, because no, it's different, sir. You don't get this.
I don't even know what you are talking about.
Yeah, because this is your own reality. Yeah. So you don't understand where we're coming from. You're writing a book like Stop Working for Uncle Sam. That's like, it's like you're coming against life. That's the definition of life, getting a job. Yes.
What about the new one, the latest one I just released?
And this book. I'm in a position where
this is a real
this
question now.
Yeah, this is a question at hand, because I'm in a position where I'll be very soon I'll be done. I'll be done with my specialization. So it's either
job.
It's either I go to search for and look for a job, or
and become a medical doctor.
Yeah, to become
put yourself in a prison.
Yeah, to put myself in a prison. Yeah, or I live the kind of life that Dr. Sunday is modeling and is teaching us. And here, because this book is saying, stop looking for a job. Joblessness is a blessing.
Who thinks like that?
Dr. Sunday. Stop looking for a job. This thing is interpreted as don't look for your life, or just throw your life away. Or
Okay.
Yeah. Stop looking for a job, because job equals life.
Okay. Are you serious?
No job, no life. Why? Because no job, no money. And no money, no life. So if you're saying I should not look for a job, how do I get to survive? If there is no job, how do I get to sponsor my family, myself? So for you to say joblessness is a blessing, no, I don't know. I mean, this is just out of the world. Because what you are calling is slavery, because you are saying job is slavery. Because you just mentioned right now, I was talking about my own self, that I'm about to become a medical doctor. And I mean, I'm the pride of my parent right now, because their son is a medical doctor.
Okay.
Yes, their son is a medical doctor, and very soon he's going to be putting on his lab coats in a hospital. But then you're saying that is you walking, you're just walking into prison
with your own feet.
With your own feet. Okay? And you're looking for shackles to chain yourself. But that is the dream place for a lot of people. That place you're calling a prison is what thousands, millions of people spending thousands of dollars to study for, to go and end up in that place that is called a prison. And then you're coming to say that looking for a job shouldn't be our own pursuit. No, Pastor, this is different. Come on. And that's why someone will see the book and they're not even interested in reading. Because, I mean, you're trying to take away my life. So, stop looking for a job. Joblessness is a blessing. No. It's a different world, DSA. It's a different world. And that's why I like being in your world. I like being in, I mean, for me, I just want to know more about your reality, because it's different.
You know, I'm going back to what that Ben said.
Yeah.
In fact, by the way, I would like for people to look at, please write Ben Oko. I want us to invite him. I want to invite him to do book review with me, or to do Kingdom Fruits. Yeah, please remind me, Ben Oko. Because he got this thing, and he's not stayed with me like this, but he got what you are talking about. But he has known me for a long time, but he just now he's getting to know me. What he discovered is that he read one of my books, The Essence and Value of Life.
Yeah.
That book, this book here, The Essence and Value of Life, is one of the books, one of the first books you use when you, go through the mentorship training. So, in that book, the whole gist of that book is that life, because what is life? Is to give you the meaning of life. What's the meaning of life? So what is the value of life? And what is the meaning of life? The essence of life. So the whole idea in that book is that life is not about what people think it is about. Because most people in life think life is about, the book just says, life is not about the big three. So what are the big three that life is not about? Life is not about power. Life is not about wealth. Life is not about wisdom. Power, wealth, wisdom, PWW. That is what the whole world is living for. They look for wealth, money. They look for power. Even wisdom, they look for wisdom, education. They look for wisdom to get wealth. They look for wealth to get power. That's the way it is in the whole world. People look for wisdom to get wealth. And that's why you are saying that your parents will be proud of you.
Yeah, I mean,
Because they know that you have finished acquiring wisdom. And after wisdom, wisdom is supposed to lead you to
money,
wealth, money.
money.
That's why they are excited.
Yeah.
And once you have enough money now, people will now expect that to lead you to you become powerful in the society. But those are the world value system. And those are the wrong things to live. If you want to waste your life, live like that. So when he finished reading the book, and when he finished, because it's in the mentorship program, you don't just read the book. There are a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
So he said, what the people say, yes, you get shit.
Ewo.
He said,
Ewo.
He said, so this man knows something, no?
Yeah.
So he's not living for these things. If he is not living for this thing, but these are the very same thing the whole world is living for now. And this man is telling me that's not the thing to live for. This man knows something, no? That the rest of the world doesn't know.
Sure.
In that book also, it is written, what then do you live for? But I will not give you that one. Go to the mentorship.
That's it.
So the man now said, to understand, even though I've given the exam, he said, even though I've given the exam, but I now realize that this is more than exam. I have to change my whole value system, my whole philosophy of life, the way he said, even right now, I am striving, working till morning till night. You think, what is it do you think I'm doing it for? Of course.
For money.
It's for the wealth, for money.
Yeah.
And then to be powerful. He said, the whole world is living like, he said, so I've been running in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
He said, so this Sunday Adelaja we are seeing here, I thought I know him. He was saying, I thought I know this guy. So just listening to this man alone, you might be deceived though. And you think that I'm listening.
Yeah.
But he said he read this book, is it 18 times?
Wow.
Just to be able to change.
Yeah. I know exactly what he's talking about. Yeah, because this is like a 180-degree turn. 180 from the norm of life, from the status quo, from the best of. If we want to refer a person living the best life, that's what we describe the best life. You just gave the algorithm from wisdom, wealth to power. That's the algorithm of the life that we have had as a model. So if we're looking for the person who has the best life, we're looking for someone who has the wisdom, and his wisdom has led to wealth of some sort. And then his wealth has accrued power. So now he's perceived as a wealthy person, and not just wealthy, but he's powerful. He can exert some form of influence.
But what Ben was saying is that after he read that in that book, he said he went into depression. I said, I thought I was going to help you. You said you went to He said, yeah, he went to depression because he discovered that, first of all, he has wasted his whole life.
Thank God I'm doing all of this at this age.
Secondly, he went to depression because he said, so I didn't even know this life. You mean I didn't understand this life? He said it was like pulling a rug, a carpet from under your feet. It's like you have ground, and the ground just disappeared. You just fall down into the abyss.
Yeah.
He said that's the way he felt. But the good thing is that in the book, he said there is a solution, there is a way out.
Yeah.
But he has to now build his whole life. First of all, remove the foundation.
Yeah.
And now go back to the beginning to. So that's why he's not calling often. He said, I'm not calling. I am busy, just rebuilding my life upon the right principle.
Yeah. And that's what we get. I mean, that's what we get by listening to you. And this is just about life. But the amazing thing about it is that when anyone listens to you, the same thing that happens to Ben happens to them, but not with their life, but even as regards God. Who God is, their relationship with God. So there's life.
What they thought about God.
What they thought about God before.
Would totally.
Everything is just.
They will discover that.
Yeah. And so it's just like people begin to just like there's like a whole change right now. Like a whole like, okay, but this was the God they presented to us. And then you're presenting the total opposite.
I see.
So that's like one of the issues.
Greatest shock.
Yeah, that people have. And that's why people just jump into this guy is heretic.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's like the opposite. You're bringing in another paradigm, another perspective, like not just a similar one, not just like a twist.
Okay.
You understand? Like what we have in
it's not just a similar.
No, not just like a similar or something close or like a step. You know, if you're bringing something to a step, like for example, if, let's say you're
one step different.
We are just a step different, then we can understand. Okay, maybe you just got a little revelation. Like you just got something like there's a rema. That's what we have in church. Is like, why do we shout rema in church? We shout rema in church because let's say we understood something at level 25, and then the pastor comes and he's preaching and he's like, oh, and he just drops one word that is 26, level 26. We're like, there's a word, deep, wonderful word, but now you are like. Okay, you guys, what you're saying is zero, at zero. And I'm bringing level 100. It's like a massive change.
From zero?
From 0 to 100, like.
Not even from 25?
No. So that's why a lot of people are like, no, Adelaja is in error. He doesn't know what he's saying. He's just off. So they don't want to even give you the benefit of doubt. That maybe what you're saying, and that's the same thing also that comes to church, because we're talking about God now. God is not church. God, this is our pursuit of God, our relationship with God. But then when you now bring it into the level of church, now there's another shock that we're having again. So it's like you're just shocking us in every area. You come with finances again, another shock with finances.
Kingdom. You
come with kingdom, another shock. Family, another shock. Everything is like which world is this guy living? That's when you were talking about how I remember one of your series that caused a lot of tension with people when you were teaching on why we must have more faith in ourselves than in God to rule on earth. That was a big deal. People it was like
breaking people's minds.
Exactly. Again, you entered into the family series, and then you're seeing in the family series that why you don't drive and your wife doesn't cook. You're like, but that's what we have. That's life. Wives are there to cook. The husband should be on the wheel to drive. So it's like you are in a different world, and every other person is in one world, and we're just groping in the dark. We're just there, just groping in the dark.
Everybody climbing upon themselves like ants.
Yeah, we're just trying to grope and just trying to figure out some things in life.
When you talk about nations, Nigeria now, is it not what you are describing?
Exactly.
But when you listen, it's like clarity. This is the answer
this
now.
Is what we can do.
How we can resolve the problem. But the whole country of 200 million people
they still can't figure it out till now. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, that's it is what it is, Pastor. It is what it is. And that's the reason why I'm grateful to God for this opportunity. I mean, I believe God is so strategic in that He will have you, rather than go to different nations of the world going to preach in the best of platforms. It would keep you in this small room that I've seen people, I mean, I've read comments of people abusing you, saying, who is Adelaja? In just one small room, he thinks he can talk, he can say this, he can say that. But in this just small room, millions of people are getting a whole new perspective of life. People are redeemed, people are gaining their lives back, people are regaining their lost years, people are, I mean, they are awakening. It's like they come to this platform, they're ready to learn, and there's a rude awakening. They just get the rude awakening. I thought I've been a very good father. I mean, I hear people come and they talk, and they're like, they watch your children talk. Yeah, I mean, it was my client that came the other time, and that she was talking about watching the series with your children, and she's like, where are my kids? Yeah. Come on, kids,
and
come.
They started doing a good job with their kids now.
Yeah. Come, let's work. And I mean, and even with their kids too, I mean,
they have produced results.
Yes.
Because they follow the
principle. I mean, I was listening to a 13-year-old boy yesterday, Abba, and I'm like, look at this boy talking, I mean, mentioning stuff, I mean, making analysis, making inferences, bringing examples from different, I mean, world. And I'm like, this guy is 13 and he's reasoning like this. Yeah. And that's because the guy, he was mentioning the amount of books he has read, mentioning the titles. He was reviewing how urgently become a workaholic yesterday. That's a 13-year-old boy who has read that resource. His life cannot be the same. He cannot.
He's already ahead of
not
his generation.
But even generations that
of his parents.
Of his parents.
He's already
ahead
of the generation of his
parents. Just by getting access to your resource. And that's what I'm trying to tell people. I mean, dear viewers, let me just address you quickly. You know, it's a huge disservice not to share this link or any of Dr. Sunday's resources to anybody. I mean, to everybody. Why? Because I tell you the truth. Any human being, it doesn't matter where you're from. You're from Asia, from America, from Europe, from Africa, wherever.
Well, maybe that's why I've been able to have a breakthrough with everybody.
Yes, because your message is universal. Your message is universal and it's truth. You take it
and the level.
And
because they too have never heard it.
Exactly. So they are surprised.
Yeah, and they are shocked. They are shocked. Either they are Germans or they are French or they are Americans or Japanese. They are all glued. Yeah. Just like you people are glued now. Everybody. Russians are glued.
Yeah, because
communists are glued. Atheists are glued.
Because it's against the world system. You are bringing in the kingdom. You are bringing in the kingdom and the value system of heaven. That what makes it different. Yeah. Yes, there was watching the video you were showing, and when you were giving a charge to the American, and I was like, Lord God, like I could feel like heaven, like this is like a charge from heaven telling people that, hey, if your Christianity is not good enough to challenge the system of the world. And I'm like, of America, yeah. I don't know the word of America. I'm like, who speaks like this? Who?
And all the leaders of America people are there.
Yeah.
America. Oh, they are apostles and bishops. They are just standing and listening.
Yeah. So, I mean, you guys, please just share this link. Share the videos. And the good part about it is that before meeting Dr. Sunday, I used to follow a lot of pastors, a lot of preachers. I used to listen to Creflo Dollar, I used to listen to Joseph Prince, I used to listen to all these guys, Oyakilome, all of them, Oyediko, Copeland, all of these guys. I mean, I was one guy that was radical, and that's the reason why, I mean, when I discovered the truth, I always tell Dr. Sunday that for me, when I discovered the truth, it was like the parable of the kingdom where someone, he had so much. He had a land, all right? So he had acquired the land. It's just like me, because I'm young, but I was in search. I was really passionate, and people can see the passion right now. I was looking for it everywhere, going to this person, listening to this message.
Learning from everybody.
Yeah, learning from everybody, just trying to get everything. And then, boom, I just saw the treasure, like the parable. The guy found the treasure, and he went. It didn't even matter all he had acquired. He just went, he sold everything just to get that treasure. That is like my experience. I mean, people cannot understand it. People cannot fathom me. I don't even care. I don't mind. You don't have to understand me. Just give me time. Let me keep working on this thing. Let me keep working on it. Just don't worry. The difference will be clear because I found the truth.
Amen.
And I'm not selling it. I don't care who is against me. I'm not concerned who is accepting me or not. I found it because I know what you guys know and you're celebrating. I even know more than you. Because I see people trying to argue, man, like, what are you saying? I've been there. I understand what.
I've been a pastor.
Yes, I've been a pastor. I pastored a church for years. I mean, I've preached these things.
You propagated them.
Yes.
You had brought Rema on them.
I mean, I was one person that people always wanted to listen to. But now I'm saying all of those things that I've learned.
Shall I explain?
They're just, I mean, it's all joke. And I've like, just taken of them, just sold it to buy the truth here. And that's what everybody must do because, I mean, it's a whole new world. The moment you begin to live, you begin to seem strange to the whole world. Yeah. You begin to, I mean, you're strange. People cannot understand you. But the thing about it is that they cannot deny your results. They know it's undeniable. I mean, just like
nobody could resist everything I say.
Yeah.
If I go to Japanese parliament, can you imagine going to Japanese parliament? They are Buddhists, they are Confucianists.
Yeah.
And they were just getting saved left, right, and center. The senators, so I'm not talking about Japanese on the street.
Yeah.
The ones on the street, they were just getting saved.
The very elite.
I'm talking about the rich, the wealthy, the political elite.
Yeah. Yeah.
America, the same thing. Norway, Europe, Israel, UN. Because they see solution coming from another level.
True.
And it's the gospel of the kingdom that is making a difference.
And everybody subjects to it. Everybody presses towards it. And the good thing about it is, Pastor, why I was making reference to all the people I was listening to is that many times I've been very tempted, just because I didn't have the funds, to buy a complete message.
Of what?
Of these pastors.
Okay.
Yeah, because...
What do you mean buy? You can download them.
No. It's just now that it's different.
Okay.
Now it's changing because now they're able to stream
All of
live.
them, mostly they sell, eh?
They sell.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't, I mean, I used to listen to Joseph Prince, to all of these pastors. You want to get, so they show you like,
half an hour.
Half an hour. And then they tell you like, for you to get the full message, you have to pay and buy the messages. So many times I'm like, let me just buy this because I'm in search of knowledge. Why would you stop at 20 minutes? You understand? When you're explaining something that I'm interested in knowing, why would you stop at 20? I want to know more. But for you to get, then they give the code. Yeah, for you to get this, follow this code, pay this amount of money for $25.
They're giving you a date.
Yeah. So many times I was just frustrated. I was like, why can't you guys just give me this free message?
But this is another area where it's like we are living in a different world. We come and give not just full message.
That's what I'm going to. Sunday Adelaja official YouTube. Free. You can go there and revolutionize your life.
Not just 20 minutes.
I mean, countless of hours. You can get
any subject. So, I mean, and it's free, guys. It's free. And some people will still be saying, what is it saying?
It's free. And you can go there, listen to the messages, and build your life, reinvent your life, create your world. Well, I don't know what you guys are waiting for. Man. I mean, yes, the good thing about it is that Dr. Sunday has made all of his resources open for you to get it. Go and listen, guys. Go and listen. Share the link.
Even the books you can read for free if you want.
Yes. The books can also be gotten for free on Amazon. You subscribe for the
Kindle Unlimited.
For the Kindle Unlimited. Yeah, in the Kindle Unlimited, You're able to read the books for free. And this is what Dr. Sunday is doing, is offering the world for free. The mentorship program also, that would cost you $3,000. Guys, guess what? It's also for free. Well, I mean, I don't know where this can be gotten. I mean, the content is second to none. And even if you place a price on it, it is going to be what? It's just the price you place on it would never be.
Millions.
Yeah. But then you're offering it for free. So what are you waiting for, guys? Go ahead, subscribe to the mentorship program. Begin to reinvent your life from it. Go to Sunday Adelaja Official, YouTube. Go and listen to these videos. Learn. Gain understanding. Be fortified with wisdom. Understand God's perspective of life. I mean, just go against the status quo. Become who God has created you to be. And fulfill God's plan for your life. Bring His will to earth as it is in heaven.
The people of this generation and the generation after, especially the generation after, they will not have any excuse, I guess.
Yes. There wouldn't be any excuse. There wouldn't be any excuse.
If Haruna and Mark Ryan's children
are there, fortified, there wouldn't be any excuse. Yeah, because the truth is out. Yeah, the truth is out. Even I tell myself also.
The resources.
Yeah, I tell myself that with what I know, boy, you can't afford to just.
Yeah, and your children too.
To mess up, yeah. I can't afford to just go. I mean, especially with this book, I was talking about the whole job thing. So I'm just in my room and I'm like, okay, boy, with what you know, you'll be very, very stupid to now carry your legs now, to go to that system that you are aware of, that is designed to kill you and to waste your life. I sit down and I tell myself, boy, no.
Even though you would like to please your dad and mom.
Well, even though I would like to, make them happy, because, I'm their pride. Yeah, their son.
Their only son now.
No, I have another
younger
brother. Yeah, but me at least the one that
is accomplished.
Is accomplished. So, but I thank God for what I know and what I'm learning. Yeah, and I know it just takes time for me to embody these things and begin to actualize them. Then they would see, they would be grateful. Yeah. My father himself and my mother, they are grateful. They see what I'm doing right now and they're thankful because they know that. Because sometimes my father would tell me that, I know, I agree. Because when we're having conversations, he say, I know, I submit that you know better than me. You know more than me. I mean, you are ahead.
The other day you posted the
wedding anniversary.
Yeah. And I thought it was you. Then I thought, no, that's your dad.
Yeah, who said I look so much like him?
Yeah, just like it was you. I don't know what age he was at that point, but just like you now.
Yeah. So, well, Pastor, I'm really grateful see how we just moved from where we were. But From one question. I was thinking that, because I had just a couple of questions, I was thinking maybe it wouldn't be good enough for us to talk about. But the good thing about, this show that I have with you is, like you said, that I'm happy that the viewers also love it. It's just being able to bring them into a new world where we're having a conversation. But then, I believe wherever they are, where
many
they're
of them would like to come here
to know.
Yeah, but they don't have.
But they don't have the resources to do
or
so.
the papers.
Yeah.
Or the
yeah. Or
so what you are doing is that you are helping them to feel as if
they're here. That's it. That's what it is. I'm not ashamed to say that what I've learned just within the space of 2 years of, let's even say 1 year, but 1 year of actively being in connection with you, because otherwise I was just listening, I was reading books, but now really coming to be a part of your team, working closely with you, coming to spend the weekends with you. What I've learned is nothing compared to what what I've learned in medical school. No.
Or for the rest of your life?
For the rest of my life, no. It's nothing. It's nothing compared to it. Nothing. It doesn't even stand a chance. Nothing compared. Nothing compared. And that's a product of your messages, your books, and also the interaction that I have with you. Second to none. Second to none. I'm grateful to God. I'm so grateful. Sometimes I sit and I'm like, God, thank you for the opportunity to be connected with Dr. Sunday. Not because of the money you're going to give me, or because of just that.
It's
life.
Life is not about the PWW.
No, at all. Far from it.
WWP. So
far from it.
There are things that are more valuable.
Yeah, but maybe I would like to just throw the question to you.
Okay.
Before, I don't know if we'll be able to go back to that question.
The question is already exhausted.
Yeah, it's already exhausted. But maybe I would like to ask you, Dr. Sunday, when people see you, they find it difficult to comprehend how you've been able to imbibe all of these things in yourself. Because it's one thing it's one thing to study, to present. When it's like, when you're just being like how a pipe does not store water.
Yeah.
A pipe is just a channel. And that's pretty much what many people are, most of us. We're just channels where we go to study to deliver. And I did that real good. I was very good at it. Yeah, I was a very good channel. I'll go, equip myself, but never become it. That's tragic. And that's why I'm saying that it's like a big challenge for me right now, because I had people who were around me who looked up to me to be a channel of wisdom, knowledge, advice too. So that was enough motivation for me to search for knowledge, because I had to be a channel. But then the deception of this is that you're not a tank. And in as much as God wants us to be a channel, but we must become that thing. We must be a reservoir of it. And I'm coming to a question, but I'm just trying to help the viewers to understand what I'm talking about. That many times what we do is that we study and we equip ourselves just to equip other people, but we never become that knowledge. We never become that message. But you've been able to go beyond just getting the knowledge, equipping yourself, because I know you do that. Till today, you still undergo self-education, but you've been able to personify. You've been able to turn all of those knowledges you've acquired into flesh, so you've become a reservoir of it. Now the question is, how? Because that's the question now. How? Can you help me and the viewers out there on how we can do this? Or how you were able to do this, and how we can. I know our goal is not to become like you automatically. We know it takes time. We know
to be better than me. Why not?
You have to be better than you. But
it's good to be better than me.
That
should be the goal.
That should be our goal, yes. To be better, because we're exposed to what you know. So how can you help us? That's the question for you.
Okay. I'm trying to search to try to help you. Yeah. funny enough, this is not my site. Or is it in Russian language? I had preached a message somewhere, how to make the word become flesh. And it is preached, but I can see it. It is actually on YouTube, but it's not on my site. Somebody put it out. Somebody else put it. But thank God, at least it's available.
It's there, okay.
Because it's a long thing for me to be able to tell you just now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give, I don't know if Kate is here now. Okay. I'm going to ask them to put it on my YouTube page. How to make flesh, how to make the word become flesh. It's a lot of work. There is the short answer, which I already gave on Ask Pastor Sunday.
Yeah.
That's just 3 minutes. But there is the bigger one, which is more than 1 hour.
In depth.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so but if you go to YouTube, and just write Sunday Adelaja, word become flesh, or making the word become flesh, you will see it there. Yep. Word become flesh. Sunday Adelaja.
And that's on YouTube.
That's on YouTube.
All right.
Maybe I will still do a series one day on it. Mm-hmm. But another thing, another one, I don't know if this one is here or not, but it should be somewhere in my teaching on, what do you call it, on HMT teaching. And that is sowing the seed of songs. Sowing seeds of songs. Let me see if it's there on YouTube too. Okay. I think it's there on YouTube. Yeah, that one is on my Sunday Adelaja HMT, sowing the seed of songs. Yep. That is there. I have sent the other one to Kate. She will put it on my YouTube page. Yeah, the HMT Seed of Songs. Yep. So those two messages, how to making the word become flesh and sowing the seed of songs, those two messages will answer thoroughly those questions. What has made me to be different? Sorry.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Let me just repeat that to our viewers so that they get it. So the first is for you to go on YouTube, type in the search icon, Sunday Adelaja, word becomes flesh. Word becomes flesh. So you'd see the video there, and you could watch it and learn, and I'm going to do that myself. And the second one is sowing the seeds of sons. Sowing the seeds of sons. And you can also check that on YouTube, sowing the seeds of sons. And this will help you in case you are also like me, trying to figure or trying to understand how you can convert all of these messages that you're learning, all of your knowledge to flesh. You want them to not just be in your head where you know them, where you know how to say it, but how to live it, how to become it. Because that's really what matters. It's not what is in your head that changes your life, but it is what is in your heart and what you have become. And I think that should be the ultimate goal of all of us who are on the DSA family, and who listens to DSA. The goal is not to, is not to argue with other people. I see a lot of followers of DSA, they're trying to prove a point, trying to argue. That's not the goal. That's like That's like you're distracting yourself. You're putting yourself under unnecessary stress. You don't have to even prove a point to somebody. Let me just give you guys a secret. I listen to DSA's show, but you guys never get to see me really comment. Yeah, that's just the truth. I see many people who are commenting. Many times I feel very tempted to just put it out, but that's not my goal, really. I'm all here to learn, to listen, to get the knowledge, and to embody them. I have so much things that I'm
to embody.
I'm sorry, guys, but I have so much things to embody that someone's comment or someone's perspective doesn't even give me a headache. So let me just help you out, guys. So that, if you can learn from what I'm saying, it would be good. Rather than get distracted by someone who is coming with a contradictory opinion or someone who is saying something else. That time you're using to reply the person, you're wasting your time, really. You don't have to. You don't have to even convince the person to listen to Dr. Sunday. You don't have to convince anybody to follow Dr. Sunday's perspective. If you're like me, who has
work on yourself,
so much work to do on yourself, don't fall for that trap. Don't fall for that distraction. That is just a little advice that I want to give out to everyone who is listening there. Don't be distracted. Work on yourself. You are a project that needs more time, more effort to be worked upon. So just do that for yourself and become the message. Be all of the knowledge that you've been acquiring. And I tell you, your life will be an example. People just need to come close to you, and you don't have to say a word to preach that message. Your life will exude the message automatically. And that's just what I have to say to you. I don't know if you have any last word. I think that's what we'll have for today.
Yeah, we have overstretched ourselves.
We've gone beyond it. But I guess it was really explosive. I guess it was really, it was a good time, really. I had good experiences here. I had a lot of light bulb moments. I went through my own personal test to see how far I've gone in being able to process information, how to think. And I guess you guys also would have gone through these similar experiences. And I hope I've been able to bring you into our world here in Kyiv, Ukraine, to know what life looks like here. To just know our world, what's our reality here, because it's a different reality, really. And I hope I tried my best in helping you to understand what life looks like here, and to see maybe if you also, wherever you are, can replicate it, and if you can, try to reinvent your world, build your own world, and create the life that you want to live. Because one thing I've learned from Dr. Sunday is that, hey, just so you know, the life you're living, check. Are you the one who chose to live that life? Yeah, because most times we are not really who we are. We are who the world has made us to be. And that's a tragedy on its own. We are who our teachers have called us to be. We are who the educational system has trained us to be. We are who our environment has dictated to us. Do you really know who you are? The life you're living, are you really the one creating that life? Or have you given the driver's seat of your life to every other person apart from yourself? Well, the challenge that I have to you today is to get back to the driver's seat of your life. Handle your will. Create your life. Reinvent your life. Be in charge of your time. Be in charge of your life. And it's easy. You can do this. How can you do it? Equip yourself. Okay? Then you might be asking, how can I equip myself? Very easy. Go to YouTube. Search for Sunday Adelaja Official. And whatever topic you want to learn about, whichever area of your life you want to reinvent, just search Sunday Adelaja Official and put in that area of life and sit down, lock yourself, and begin to consume these messages. Consume them so much that they begin to revolutionize your mind. Consume them so much that they begin to shift your paradigms. Consume them so much that if they cut your body, if they are to cut you, you are producing that message. That is the way you can do that. So that is one avenue. Sunday Adelaja Official on YouTube. You could also go on the blog. The blog is sundayadelajablog.com. You're so going to see a lot of resources there too that you can take advantage of and create your life. Also, there are a lot of books that Dr. Sunday has written. You could go on Amazon and search for these books. Even if you don't want to pay for the books, subscribe to Amazon Kindle Unlimited and you'd have access to a lot of Dr. Sunday's books. Sit down with these books and read them. One of the biggest gifts that Dr. Sunday has given to us is the mentorship program. That program gives you the opportunity to learn even more, to go deeper in your study. So why not go ahead and subscribe to this mentorship? You'd see the details. The details will be shown on your screen right now. So follow the details on your screen and join the mentorship program as app. The good news is that it is free of charge. So these are all the resources that I have to share with you. And I hope that you take advantage of them and you maximize it. I'm going to give Dr. Sunday the opportunity to share his last words with us as we end today's show.
I can only say congratulations to you.
Thank you, sir.
That you are not one of those that are just satisfied by living for today, a trivial life of vanity. You are not. You want to push yourself and live the highest life. So that is something that you must be commended for. You have to live the highest life, and living the highest life is the key. And I can only say thank you for pushing me, because it is your hunger that is pushing me to answer. And you know me, if people don't ask and they are not interested,
Just keep quiet.
I just keep quiet.
It's true.
I just keep quiet and I'll be joking with them, laughing with them. Anything they want me to be, that's what I will be to them. If they want me to become a stumbling block to them, they will find that one too.
Wow.
Controversy, they will find that one
find
too.
it.
Anything they want to find in me, they will find. Just like Jesus. He said he was born for the rising of some and for the falling of others.
Wow.
So for those ones who want to see me as a stumbling block, they will find it. Those ones who want to see me as a rising, as a source of rising, they will also find it.
Wow.
But you have done a good job in that sense. And thanks to you, all these people out there could also be blessed and receive all these materials. We have to come back. Yeah, everyone's even thinking that we have to come back maybe next week again because you lost 1 week.
1 week, yeah.
Maybe you have to arrange it anyway.
Yeah, maybe if it's possible, it'd be good. Okay. All right, guys, that's it. It's a wrap. Thank you so much. My name once again is Anuojo, and I look forward to seeing you guys on another episode with Ask Pastor Sunday. Till we see each other, have a blessed day.
Peace.